I should be documenting a lot more than I usually do. You know, like even the relationships I have and like the long talks I have with these other people in the community, Jake Rhines, RSA, Driven Academy, right? Like shout out to my boy Willman, Marcos, Dylan, you know, all those people, Alan, and yeah, okay, and um, okay. So we're just gonna get the video started because yeah, you guys are not here to waste time, not here to waste time. So we're gonna read my old closer script. It's been a minute since I read it, so let's read it. Dang, I got a lot of weight on my shoulders right now, bro. I'm not gonna lie, and not as in like emotionally, but like financially. All right, and okay, fuck it. Okay, just lock in, bro. If you lock in, then you gonna make the money. All right. Does your word mean nothing? You cannot say something and not do it. You cannot promise something and not do it. Make your words mean something. Your risk become your norm. Buy that car. That price budget is your new norm. That new apartment you just bought, yeah, that's your new norm. That pump you just had at the gym, yeah, that's your new norm, bro. And you will have higher risk, higher pumps at the gym. The more it hurts, the more it works, right? Because let's say like a new phone, bro. Like you get the iPhone 12, like that's your new norm. That's a standard now. You don't get anywhere below that. Now you got the iPhone 13. That's your new norm. You don't go 12, you don't go 11, you don't go and then you go up to the 16, right? Let's say it's a Pro Max this time. You don't go anything below that, right? So that means you only get the 16 Pro Max or S25 Ultra or some shit, only the top of the line, right? That becomes your new norm. Or like a gym. I feel like it's better explainable. Like when you get that pump you just had, that's going to be your normal strength in the future. Once you have that new pump you just have is going to become your new norm, if that makes sense. Um, Everything is energy, and that's all there is to it. Match the frequency of the reality you want, and you cannot help but get that reality. It can be no other way. This is not philosophy, this is physics. Albert Einstein. Gym instead of working out at home because the frequency is different, right? Like even Albert Einstein said it. Like frequency is everything. So yeah, I would rather work out at a gym when everyone's also doing it than just doing it at home. You know. But yeah, taking ownership. Yeah, good questions. I'll answer them all in a second. Just want to make sure. It's my job to challenge your old way of operating, introduce this new way of operating, and that's like one of the things you want to say a lot. Trust and believe in the product. You have to trust and believe in the product. If you don't, then you know how are you going to sell to anyone else? Your rewards in this industry is an exact proportion to your contribution to their service. Casey Cox. He said that. That's his line. Your rewards in this industry, right? High ticket sales, your rewards, like the money you gain from high ticket sales, right, is an exact proportion to the effort you put into it. So whatever you put in, you get out, right? Let's say intro. Hey John, happy Saturday, bro. How was the setter? Was he kind, courteous, respectful? And then or like how was John? How was my boy John? You know, like was he kind, courteous, respectful? He's like, yeah, bro. You know, he was good. You know, he said put in a good word for him, but yeah, he's a cool dude. And then I'm like, okay, bet, yeah, so cool, man, and glad to hear that. Where are you calling? Where are you calling from? And then he's like, oh, you know, Pennsylvania. Oh, Pennsylvania. Okay, I got a few boys from there. Yeah, it's a long ways. So that being said, John, my goal for this call is to really just get you full clarity as to what the heck we do over here. I want to find out a little bit more about you, find out some of your goals for 2025, see what you need in order to hit those goals, and if we can even help you, right? And if it makes sense on both ends, we'll get you enrolled into let's say Driven Academy was at the time. How does that sound? And he's like, yeah, sounds good. And I'm like, okay, that's one yes in. I'm like, okay, yeah, bro. So I do have to mention I have to mention it is an important commitment. The results aren't going to happen overnight, and you know, it's a whatever number investment. Like let's say it's 10K, and I have to mention it is an important commitment. The results aren't going to happen overnight, and it is a 10K investment, but or a 5K investment, but there is a lot of value that comes into this. Now, we are quite literally talking about creating a 1% income from anywhere around the world, right? So just not waste our time. I'm going to need a yes or no before we move forward. Now, look, the money is least of my concern as well as yours because we got four, five, six different ways we can actually handle that. I just want to find out and see if we can even help you, and if I can get a yes or no at the end of this call. Yes meaning you join the academy, we put you on, bro. We get you rock and rolling, and no means we part ways as friends. And I could at least steer you to the right direction with the information I'm gonna give you in this call. Sounds good? He's like, shit, sounds valid. I'm like, okay, bet, yeah. So Yeah, I'm gonna tell you a little bit about myself in a second here. But like, what is your current understanding of what high ticket sales even is? Like, and he's like, oh, high ticket sales, and like, I know you sell a service course, stuff like that, it's, everything like that, and I want to be one of you guys, whatever, like, I thought it was really cool, my auntie does it, or some shit, right? And I'm like, okay, yeah, so tell you a little bit about myself. I actually came from the lower middle class, didn't come from money. Both parents were immigrants, and, we came to LA, started construction working, and, like, things weren't looking so good, bro. Our family was in debt. We were living in my tia's house. You Mexican, bro? He's like, yeah, I'm Mexican. I'm like, yeah, bro. My tia's house, bro. Like, we crashed in there for like a month or so, and then we finally got our own place to rent, and rent was high, bro. Like, it was a crazy time in 2016, and then growing up at the construction, all that good stuff. And then I found out I tried to do all types of stuff online, like trading, crypto, all that good Amazon FBA, Shopify, drop shipping, everything. I tried everything, bro. But it didn't work until I tried high ticket sales. Whatever you put in, you get out. That's what I love about this industry. But yeah, and then I just kind of, I came from the bottom, and then just kind of scaled from my way to the top, and now here I am, introducing people and trying to I make money while helping others get to the next level. So yeah, that's kind of what I do here. What do you currently? But yeah, enough about me, bro. What are you currently doing for yourself, and like as in private work life, fitness, emotional? I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. And how long is that something you enjoy? Explain that more. Why is that important? Oh, why? Oh, how long? How's it affected you and your loved ones? Oh, what else? What impact would I have? Oh, okay, okay. Why is blank important to you? What would that mean to you? Okay. And when did you realize you were meant for something different? And how many courses or self help programs, mentorship have you done in your past? What stands about us the most? Do you have any like sales experience? We all have sales experience. Some of us just don't know it. Okay, so yeah, you're gonna love it because all. Oh, yeah, my bad. This is where you read it. Do you have any sales experience? He's like, nah. He's like, yeah, well, actually, we all have some sales experience. We just don't know it. Okay, you're gonna love it because all the work you do in sales is based on your performance, and you seem like a hardworking dude, bro. So that work ethic will easily transfer into making money. Now, what's the real job that's keeping you going every morning? What do you think you need in order to accomplish that? Oh yeah, how much money do you want to make? Oh, what would that kind of money do for you? Hey, what's that number one thing you need to improve on right now? How long has that been bothering you? Okay, yeah, good. How long has it been affecting you? How does that make you feel? Oh, okay, okay. And what if that doesn't change? Oh, bro, my life's gonna get fucked. I'm like, okay, bet, yeah. So you're definitely someone we're gonna we want to help. What's something you're looking for within this academy so we can actually pinpoint exactly where you need help with most? It's not all like if I just had like a classroom kind of setting, but like more like 101, that'd be cool. That'd be dope. I'm like, okay, bet, yeah. So, bro, let me ask you if we're able to get you to show you a step by step an exact step by step process to help you achieve your goals of why did I just space out? Okay, let me ask you, bro. Yeah, so if we're able to show you a real wage, a real step-by-step process to achieve your goals of, high ticket sales by making 10, 20, even 30K months, would you say like you have some that you say would you say that you would pretty much go all in and accomplishing that? And he's like, "Yeah, I mean, bro, yeah, put me on." And I'm like, "Okay, yeah." And nobody else has to be here in order for you to make that decision, right? Like spouse, business partner, anything crazy like that. And then he's like, nah, just me. And I'm like, okay, yeah. So here in a second, I'll basically show you what the next few weeks are gonna look like and break down exactly how it's gonna work. And then you, and how you'll be making 10 to 20, even 30K in commissions. Um, Presentation. Yeah, bro. So I'm gonna bring you in my presentation. At any point in my presentation, if I lose you, just let me know right away, right? Just come me out, be like, yo, brother, didn't get that. Reverse. I'm like, all right, got you, bro. So yeah. So we got blank, 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 blank. And then once you go in presentation, you're like, yeah, so bro, let me back up real quick. I know I just threw a lot at you. How does everything kind of sound so far? He's like, I'm like, on a scale of 1 to 10, how do you feel about what we've talked about so far? Like, 1 being you want to murder me and kill, our operator or like our our business owner and take him to jail, or 10 you're ready to get started, bro. And he's like, oh, I don't want to take you to jail, bro. I mean, you're a cool dude. And he's like, yeah, I mean, I'm a 10 about this, bro. Honestly, I'd say like a 9. I'm like, oh, so you kind of want to put me in jail? He's like, nah, I'm actually a 10. I'm like, okay, man, I'm just kidding. I'm pulling your leg, bro. So, Yeah, the only reason why I'm telling you this is because the only difference between you and me is the formation we're currently operating on, right? And that formation quite literally changes situations. I knew that I just didn't know something some random guy in a Lambo did, right? So I need to find out what I don't know, and the best way to do that is find someone who knows. I'm not gonna take marriage advice from someone who's been divorced 20 times, just like you're not gonna take health advice from someone who's who's just eating chips and who's lazy and fat all the time, right? Yeah. But yeah, other than that, John, have you seen or heard enough to make a decision? He's like, no, I mean, I gotta think about it, bro. Like it just so much at once. And I'm like, yeah, bro. I mean, impulsive decisions may not even be the smartest decisions, but what is there you need to think about? I don't know, like the finances kind of the month. Yeah, like okay, yeah, we work at Klarna, we work to split it. We work at all types of financing. Like they're like, basically, I don't have the money objection, right? I'm like, I get it. $10,000 is a big investment for most people. Now, let me ask you though, like, is it just the money that's holding you back, or is there something else you're unsure about? It's like we can figure, and I'm like, we can figure out the finances. That's the least of my concern, bro. Like I said in the beginning of this call, we have like 4, 5, 6 other ways we can actually handle that. What I'm focused on is getting you access to the academy so that you can actually begin earning commission. What's stop crying? Yeah. So what I'm focused on is really just getting you access to the academy. Why is dude crying? What's the stop crying, bro? Why are you crying? Stop. Stop. Why this dude got depression or something? Ben, stop crying. Pinche joto. You guys want to see my dog? Oh my god. I'm so tired, bro. Alright, come on, let's keep grinding, bro. Grind don't stop. How much are we in? 12 minutes. It's not even that long. This video is short as fuck. Anyways, okay, so yeah, so we're gonna figure out the finances, bro. That's the least of my concerns. We got like I said, 4, 5, 6 different ways we can actually handle that. We got like 4, 5, 6 different ways we can actually, 6 different ways we can actually, or 6 different ways we can actually handle that. Um, what I'm more focused on is actually getting you access to the academy, so you can actually begin earning commissions when you can pay off which then you can pay off the academy. Make sense? And he's like, yeah, it makes sense. So yeah, so as long as we can find something that is affordable for you, you'd be open minded to getting started today, correct? He's like, yeah, what's affordable? And I'm like, well, it's something you can afford, bro. I'm like, oh, okay. Now, what amount would you be comfortable putting down today to get started? He's like, oh, can I put down 2K? I'm like, yeah, bro. How to get this approved? I'll be like, ooh, okay, yeah. So, brother, honestly, I'm gonna have to get this approved. But if I can if I can secure your spot for you, would you be ready to move forward today? Because, bro, I'm gonna have to pull some strings for this, bro, to make this work. Is that cool, bro? He's like, and then he's thinking on his edge, like, fuck, okay, like I actually need this, like I gotta do this, fuck. And then I'm like, okay, bro, give me a second. I'm gonna call my guy. And then he's like, okay. And then I'm just like, but yeah, it's like, and then I come back. I'm like, oh, okay, and unmute, right? Whatever. I'm like, okay, yeah, bro. So I've got good news and I got better news. Which one do you want first? And he's like, bro, give me the better news. He's like, okay, bro. So the better news is I can be the first one to welcome you to Driven Academy, bro. Let's go, baby. And then we cheer, whatever. And he's like, and I'm like, also, the good news is we can't accept the 2K. But I mean, but yeah, like the original good news was 2K. But yeah, bro. So anyway, that's how you would handle money objection. And he's like, nah, I don't. I mean, yeah, I'm ready to move forward. I like it. I love everything you said, but I need to think about it. I'm like, okay, yeah. So need to think about it. Okay, got it, bro. So I'm here to work with you. So I'm at, like, need to think about it. Got it, bro. But I'm here to work with the serious and not the curious because deal is not gonna stay the same tomorrow, bro. The students who take action on the first call usually have the best results in here. But man to man, bro, your best chances of a success. But man to man, bro, like your best chances of success in this industry is doing it right now because I'm here, right? And if you got more questions or whatever, then we'll answer them. But right now, if it's about you taking action, bro, like if you don't do it now, then you're probably never gonna do it. Let's just be real. So it's up to you. What do you want to do, right? If you don't want to do it, bro, then it's not for everybody. It's why 99% of the world is not here, bro, unfortunately. But real recognizes real, bro. Like when it's in front of you, like I got you. Like you gotta take the action. You gotta believe in yourself. I'm not here for the low offer, bro. I'm giving you. Like I don't care about your money, bro. But I know it works, and I care about the people. So if you're serious and you're really gonna show up and take this thing for real, man, then let's just get you started today, bro. I believe in Driven. I believe in the people within Driven, but or like I believe in like trading school.io, and I believe in the people who work within um trading.school.io. But if you say you need to think about it, then that's cool, bro. But it's gonna be someone else with a higher price, regardless if you take that action now or later, bro. You know how much college costs compared to this? He's like, no, it's like, dog. College is like 80K and it puts you in debt, and it's not even guaranteed placement or success, right? It's crazy. And then you're telling me it's gonna take you 2 to 4 years, and then maybe you can get a decent job. That's a joke, bro. That's a scam. He's like, yeah, I mean, you're right. You know all this, and then yeah. Here are some sayings. So success loves speed, bro. Poverty loves poverty. Poverty loves procrastination, and the students who take action on the first call have the best results in here. So I would be doing you a disservice, bro, if I wasn't being politely persistent. It's like, oh, you're being kind of pushy. You know, that's what you would say. Uh, He's like, yeah, I don't know, 10K is a lot. He's like, yeah, bro, 10K is a lot, but wouldn't you say making 10K a month for the rest of your life is a lot? For the rest of your life is a lot too. I need to lose some freaking fat, bro. Oh my god, it's fucking up my speech. Yeah, bro, 10K is a lot, but wouldn't you say 10K monthly for the rest of your life is a lot? But wouldn't you say 10K monthly for the rest of your life is also a lot? Yeah, bro. So look, I'm be honest. Just be real with me, bro. Like, you don't need time to make a decision, bro. You need information to make a decision. And I know it can help you. I would be doing you a disservice if I let any kind of your own little kind of fucking brain limiting belief stop you from making this decision, right? Now, right now is the best time, bro. Like, just get as much information as possible. And time only creates uncertainty, right? And that's all it does. If it's not something you want to do, it's not a good fit, right? That's cool. If you need more information, we can Google search, we can do whatever. But the truth is, bro, 99% of the world, John, right? Wait for the perfect time, and that perfect moment never comes. And the odds of me being the one on this call right now saying I'm gonna work with you, right? It's slim to none. But whatever you believe in, bro, I know the universe doesn't make mistakes. There is no such thing as coincidence. Everything happens for a reason, bro. You're on the call right now, and I know there are only three things you want to think about, right? First is this thing even gonna work, right? Do you believe? Okay, where was I? Okay, three things you want to think about, right? About right now. First thing is if it's even gonna work, right? Do you believe if you're surrounded by 4 or 5 different guys making 10, 20, even 30K monthly, bro, for the next year that you could learn something and be held accountable? Do you think that you could read a script and communicate and have success in this industry if you have the right process, the right guidance? Like he's like, yeah, bro. I mean, yeah, you know that seems simple, and bro, it's a lot easier when you put it like that. And like, yeah, bro, I already knew the answer to that, bro. So, if everything, so we know if it works, right? The only way it wouldn't work is if you quit, but I don't think you're gonna spend thousands of dollars and just mess around. You probably take it pretty seriously, right? So second thing is the timing, bro. There's no try, there's no hope, or maybe that needs to be taken out of your vocab. So the timing is perfect, but the third thing is the price. So could you justify investing 10K for making even just the lowest 5 to 10K monthly? Okay, bet, yeah. So it's just the price. College is like, here's a piece of paper, good luck. But we're like, which one of these offers would you like? But yeah, bro, this is a non-traditional action which is gonna lead to non-traditional results. Here's some sayings, right? Yeah, so college is like, here's a piece of paper, good luck. But we're like, which one of these offers would you like? And guess what? We're less than half the price of what they cost. We're like a fraction of what they cost, and we give guaranteed placement, and we don't take 2 to 4 years, bro. It usually takes you like a month or two to actually do. Um, you could also say like if you're on the younger side closer, right? You could be like, my mother father told me it shows wisdom, right? Yeah. So people pay thousands of dollars to listen to this, but security comes from the confidence of the faith you have in your own ability to go out into the world and create what you need for survival and more. So basically, could you make it all back? Right? That's what the question is asking. And people say, "Oh yeah, security comes from my bank statement or like my job," you know. But like, what if you get fired? Seriously, what if your diploma gets, trashed or some shit? I don't know. Like, what if you don't have proof? Like, what if you don't have anything? Right? Like, could you make it all back? When you pay, we tend to pay. When you pay more, we tend to move a little faster. Right? That's the truth. And the more you earn, the more you learn. And I'll repeat what security is. Security comes from the confidence of the faith you have in your own ability to go out into the world and create what you need for survival and more. All right? Be kind, be good, energy, do it right, and fix amends and with everyone in your life. Success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. Yeah, so success is a progressive realization of a worthy ideal. Someone at McDonald's living their worthy ideal, not me though, right? Like you could be working, you could be fishing every now and then, like eating. You could be some like fisherman, right? Just fishing with your family, drinking some beer, like outside at the sun, and that's your ideal worth. Like that's your success of the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. Someone, not for me though, bro. I want to live in a high rise and all that good stuff, and like the avoidance of money is just psychotic as being attached. The avoidance of money is just as psychotic as being attached to money. Rich Dad Mike's dad. I don't know what that shit is, but anyways, I put it in there for a reason, so it must be a reason. Emotions. Yeah, emotions are what make us human. The word emotion stands for energy in motion. Be truthful about your emotions and use your mind and emotions in your favor, not against yourself. Right? Be truthful about your emotions and use your mind and emotions in your favor, not against yourself. A man/woman/organization will only make as much money as they think they need to make or they think they deserve. Don't preach something you yourself don't do. Do not let money run your life. Uh, yeah, that's closing, bro. Closing 101. I'm watching this free YouTube video from Johnny Mao. He posted like a day ago. It's like 2K views. 31 minutes of sales training from 50K month closer live. It's like 115 likes right now. Yeah. How'd you guys think I do? Alright. How'd you guys think I do, honestly? I think I do pretty decent. I don't know. Oh, I could do a lot better though.
Still in the shop due to the fact that it's overheating and now they think it's a thermostat issue, so they're going to look to replace that. But in the meantime, 1,000 horsepower 1,000 horsepower McLaren. So the SVR is still in the shop due to the fact that it's overheating and now they think it's a thermostat issue, so they're going to look to replace that. But in the meantime,
if you've played over 10 hours,
all right,
see. Pretty quick. And it carries a lot of power because you're using your hips also.
Chat,
You can see that?
is it a boy or a girl? You went and got it.
You should know what the shit
You're
is.
supposed to take I brought a couple pregnancy tests.
I told you I'll take one when you take one.
What the fuck I got? Alright, and any more questions, chat? Any more questions? How much bigger she gonna get before she have it?
Daddy say no shit like that.
No, somebody said that. I'm just
I ain't nobody saying no shit like that.
ways more.
Him.
Okay, listen, y'all.
Him.
Listen, questions about. Listen, hey.
He could go on my
Question-
600-pound line.
Hey, mods, come on. Just highlight all the questions, mods. Mods, just highlight the questions that are good questions.
Huh.
Yeah, good questions only.
They say, is it your baby?
Is that a GMC truck?
You talking about him?
No. Oh, read some of the questions that they got.
They say, is it your...
Chat,
You
they
see
say,
that?
is it a boy or a girl?
She got a litter in her. Wait, what? But yeah, guys, that's closing. It's just documentary shit, bro. Fuck, I got so much financial weight on me, bro. Fuck, I'm fucked if I don't figure this shit out, bro. God, this nigga put us in a bad position, bro. Fuck. All right, well, guys, I just figured this shit out. Why is my shirt like that? It looks weird. Anyways, I'm gonna keep grinding, and yeah, there's no way I'm gonna fail, bro. Nah, the video's not gonna end, bro. I gotta grind. Cause then I feel like when I'm recording, it keeps me accountable. Like in a way, it does keep me accountable. Accountable. Yeah, I feel like in a way, it does make me accountable. Yeah. Okay. So right now, like when I lift my cheeks up, I feel like I'm losing a lot of weight. Like, cause usually they're weighing me down, but now they're not. So it's like it's a lot easier to speak. Like to actually get the words out of my mouth. To actually get the words out of my mouth. Oh, that's weird. RB2C is what you're usually gonna do. Report 2 to 4 minutes, right? So start call. Hey John, can you see me? Can you hear me? Okay. And he's like, yeah, I can, man. I'm like, okay, man. How's your day been, man? Like, where are you taking this call from today? He's like, oh, Pennsylvania. Yeah, I'm doing great. I'm from Pennsylvania. I'm like, cool, bro, cool. Yeah, so I have a few friends from there actually. So I know you've been talking to my boy, right? He's like, yeah. He kind of ran me through what you guys talked about. So the first part of the call is gonna be super basic, just trying to figure out more about your situation and what you tried in the past, right? And what you're really looking for out of a membership, out of a mentorship like this. So just kind of help me understand, like, what is it about, blank specifically? You like, why come to him, right? There's a lot of people in this industry. This section that I just mentioned is, I have your application here. If you're ready, let's go ahead and dive into the call. This call is really about getting to know where you are right now and your current situation, understand what you want to accomplish, find the best strategy to get you there, and most importantly, see if this is a good fit. Sounds good? Oh, wait, you're supposed to read this to them, right? These are like side notes you can do it like in the beginning, right? Of like the report, 2 to 4 minutes. Uh, what is it about blank specifically? Why come to him? Like what you tried to pass and see what you're what you're looking for out of a membership like this. So just kind of help me understand. Like I have your application here. Like if you're ready to go, let's go and dive into the call. This call is gonna be pretty simple, bro. Getting to know where you're at right now on your current situation, understand what you want to accomplish, find your best strategy to get you there, and most importantly, see if this is a good fit for you. Sounds good. And then he's like, yeah, okay, but I'm like, okay, yeah. So with blank, how long you been familiar with him? Like, how long you been watching this dude? Like you've been watching on YouTube for a minute. He's like, yeah, all this stuff. Like, oh yeah, okay. So like, what do you know about blank, and what does he offer? And what he has to offer? He's like, yeah, I know he has to offer this and this and this. And I really need that. I blank, blank, blank. It's like, okay, yeah. Explain. Like, does that sound more or less like why you booked this call? He's like, yeah, like it's a big reason. Like I love that dude. I'm like, okay, yeah. Are you the decision maker of the call, or is there like someone else you may want on the call? He's like, no, 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 no. It's just me. It's just me. But usually, what you call people, your setters should qualify and see if this is like decision maker. Oh yeah, cool, man. So yeah, walk me through like what really motivated you to book this call with blank. He's like, blank, 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 blank. I'm like, yeah, of course. In terms of the offer, like, where are you right now? Complete beginner, or like you just kind of started, like, or have you started, or have you got started? He's like, oh yeah, I already started. Okay, yeah. In terms of like your business, what do you feel like is the biggest struggle right now? And then he's like, not enough money, time, etc. Or I don't know. I'm like, yeah. Well, if you really thought about it, what would it be? And then he's like, typically when people come to us, they're looking for better outreach, more clients, coaching guidance. Oh yeah. Well, okay, what do you feel like you need? Oh, I'm supposed to say that. I'm like, he's okay. Like, if you had a thought about it, like, what would it be? He's like, I don't really know, man. Honestly, like, I just kind of everything. It's like, yeah. So typically, when people come to us, like, they are looking for better outreach or more clients or even coaching guidance. So, what do you feel like you need? He's like, oh, pretty much everything. Like, oh yeah, more leads, more clients, strategy, coaching, etc. Um, already started something in Biz Model, brand new. Oh, he's brand new. Yeah, like let's say it's brand new, right? Getting to model. Yeah, so what do you feel like you would struggle with after getting started? He's like, oh, more clients, more leads, better strategy. I'm like, okay, yeah, and that could definitely be an issue. Like, but why seek outside help? To get that, like, rather than just keep trying to, figure this out on your own. He's like, oh, like, like I just feel like it's a lot faster. I understand like the investment part, like I understand like speed is everything. So I want to get, instead of making mistakes, $1,000 mistakes, I would rather invest into the mentorship if I can get there right away. If I don't waste more time and I don't waste like the same exact money, so I might as well spend it on a mentorship. And I'm like, okay, yeah, bro. So that works too. Um, so let's say you get the results, right? You want to see how much I'm like, okay, so let's say you get the results you want to see, and how much you're looking to be generating on a monthly basis. Like, let's say in 6 months. He's just like, oh, like 6 figures. I'm like, okay. And if you really thought about it, how much do you want to be making per month? And he's still vague about it. He's like, oh, like I no, like a couple thousands. I'm like, okay, I see. And have you heard of the saying, "What doesn't get measured doesn't get improved"? And he's like, oh no, I haven't. And I'm like, yeah, because if you go to the airport and just say, take me somewhere cool, I don't know, right? You might end up in like Idaho. You when you want to get, to Greece, to like Greece. So what's your specific goal, man? And he's like, I guess like 150K a month, or 200 a month, 200K months. I was like, okay. And where are you right now in terms of how much you generated per month? I'm like, okay. And where are you right now? Where are you at right now in terms of how much you want to be generating per month? He's like, oh, like I'm, making like 3K a month, nothing crazy. Okay. And are you currently running the offer full time, or what are you doing for a living right now? That's causing you to feel like, hey, I need some help. That causing you to feel like you want to reach out and get more info about blank. And he's like, um, let's say he's doing it full time. All right, let's say he has no job, right? And I'm like, well, it can't be nothing. Are you in school or working part time or maybe doing something on the side? Walk me through it, man. And it's like a job, And I'm like, okay. And how long you been working? How long you been doing that job for, bro? And he's like, a couple hours, for a couple years, He's like, okay. And I'm like, okay, yeah. So like 2 days, 2 weeks, or 2 years, man. How long? He's like, like 3 years. I'm like, okay, for the past 3 years, I mean, how has that been for you? And he's like, it's good and bad. And I'm like, okay, sounds like you're a little on the fence. Like, well, let's just start with the good stuff. Like, what do you like about it? And he's like, nothing, honestly, nothing. I'm like, okay, and why don't you like it? And he's like, I'm not making enough money, it's taking too much of my time, all that good stuff. Or like too much hard work and like it's bad quality, all that stuff. I'm like, it's either right, it's either gonna be not generating enough money, or it's gonna be too much work and it's hard, bad quality, etc. Right? So usually they're gonna be like not enough money. So I'll be like, okay, and why aren't you not, making enough money, having enough time with what you're doing right now? He's like, he's still vague and still outcome about it, right? And I'm like, what have you seen in their job, that has caused you to feel like, make more money and have more time? That caused you to want to make more money, more time. He's so vague about it. And well, you could just go and play golf and nothing will change. But if you're gonna put in time, effort, and what you're getting has to be worth it, right? And so, is it that what is that payoff for you? And then he's like, too much work, hard, bad quality, etc. And I'm like, okay, can you repeat that? What do you mean by that? Repeat problem? What do you mean by that? And then he's like, like all this blah 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 blah. And you working too much, stressed out, hard work. How is that making you feel? Like, what is that doing to you? And he's like, it's like fucking me up, all that stuff. And I'm like, I see. And how long has that been? How long has that feeling been going on for? And he's talking about some, like, a couple years and all that stuff, like 3 years, like it sucks, bro. It's draining. My mom, like, she has cancer, all this stuff. I'm like, okay, and is that where you are right now? Something you're okay with? And I'm like, is where you are right now something you're okay with, or is it time to make a change? He's like, oh, bro, it's time to make a change. I'm like, okay, yeah. So when it comes to making a change, before applying for this, have you invested into any other programs before? I'm like, no, I haven't. Okay, really? And so what's actually held you back from taking action and investing into your skill set? And he's like, telling me a genuine reason, like, I fucked up, like, all this stuff. I didn't have time, all that stuff. I had to take care of my niece, do all that stuff. Now I have time. Okay, yeah, so you didn't have time, money, etc. And back then, like, how are things different now? Like, why start now? He's like, because I don't have the time. Now I have some kind of capital going on. I'm like, okay, okay. And I understand it's a better time now, but are you 100% committed to making a change now? And then he's like, yeah, I am. And I'm like, okay, but why though? Like, because you don't have to, and most people, really don't change. And this is when you're pushing back, right? But they're gonna do a pullback. They're like, no, wait. I want this opportunity, bro. I want this opportunity. Wait, hold up, right? But let's say it's an excuse, right? I'm like, okay, really? So what's actually held you back from taking action and investing into your skill set? And he's making an excuse, like bullshit answers, like, I just didn't have the time, I just been super busy. He's being very big about it, right? So I'm like, I see, okay. And can I offer you a different perspective around that? And he's like, yeah, okay. So real success starts when we stop making excuses and pointing fingers and really start asking, what could I have done differently, right? So I could have gotten those results. Now, do you see how that way of thinking has actually held you back from getting the results you want to see? It's like, damn, I didn't think about it like that. Yeah. Or like, something like that. It's like, yeah, so looking back at the past, man, like, what have you lost because of that way of thinking? And then he's like, oh, man, I've lost so many relationships. I fucked up over so many people, and I fucked up even myself. I'm like, okay, yeah. So what happens if you keep allowing that way of thinking stop you from investing in your skill set? And he's like, like, bro, like, oh, my life's gonna be the same. It's gonna be fucked. I'm like, okay, right, not much. And what happens if you let that way of thinking determine whether you get the help you actually need? And he's, babbling, right? I'm like, okay, but are you willing to and 100% committed to make a change so you can actually get where you want to be? He's like, yeah, bro, yeah, I want to do, like, please. He's just glazing me at this point, right? I'm like, okay, yeah. And is staying where you are right now something you're okay with and willing to settle for? He's like, no, bro, like, I want to change. I'm like, okay, but why though? Like, because you don't have to change, bro. Because most people really don't change. My dog's walking away. I don't know if he's going to pee or not. Maybe he's going to drink some water. But yeah, okay. And I'm like, okay, so let's do this because I want to make sure what we do would actually work for you. What kind of training or support are you looking for in a perfect program? And then he's like, I don't know. Or he's like, accountability feedback. Most of the time they're going to say, I don't know, right? Because these people don't know what they want, bro. It's actually insane. So when they say, I don't know, you're supposed to say, well, how do you usually learn best? And he's like, oh, usually when I was in high school, like I learned better one-on-one, like when the teacher wasn't talking to the whole class, when she was actually speaking one-on-one with me. I'm like, okay. and I go back to okay, and that coaching, accountability, and one-on-one mentorship. Okay, and that coaching, accountability, accountability. I need to work on my words. Okay, yeah, and that coaching, accountability, and one-on-one mentorship. Like, why is that so important to you, though? And it's like, oh, I just feel like I learn better that way. Like I'm investing thousands of dollars, and I better get that. I feel like I should deserve. I feel like I would do best in that. And I'm like, okay, so let's just say you are able to get what let's say you are able to get that coaching, that accountability, that one-on-one mentorship, and able to get you to 10K a month. Would you would you what would allow you to do? What would that allow you to do in your day-to-day life? Oh, this is slow tonality right here. Okay. So let's just say you are able to. Okay. Yeah. So let's just say like you are able to get to you are able to get that coaching, that accountability, that mentorship, right? That real guidance, and you're able to get to that 10K month. Like, what would that allow you to do in your day to day life? Like that you have that you don't have now. Like, how could you change? How would that change your life? How would your life change? And then he's like, strong driver, like, oh, retired parents, do everything for me, bro. Like, I get to provide them for my girlfriend and all that stuff. I get my dog treatment, whatever, right? And I'm like probing. How does, yeah, bro? I mean, how does that make you feel? Um, right? Like, is that something you're willing to settle for? Like, why not? Right? So let's say he has some ego. He's like, yeah, like man, I got it, like I'll figure it out, man. I'm a fucking man, I'm like, okay, and you eventually being that guy that can eventually, retire your parents, move out, quit your job. Like, how would that feel to be that guy? He's like, bro, it made me feel amazing, all this stuff, and like, and with the current way you're doing things, how close are you to actually being that guy? And then he's like, I'm close. Okay, so on a scale of 1 to 10, bro, like 10 being that you are, like making that 10K month, driving that dream car, and 1 being you're nowhere near that. Like, where would you say you are right now with your current situation? And then he's like a 6, right? I'm like, okay, why's that? Why is this move, bro? Are they editing this too? Damn, this thing has everything, bro. It's insane. Okay, I was looking at the Figma, but yeah. Let's say he's under a 6. I'm like, okay, what is that? And then he's telling me, like, I just like I'm pretty close, but I still need time, do this and that and that. I'm like, so what happens if you don't do anything about this and you don't achieve, retiring your mom, recruiting your job, moving out, all that good stuff, and stay in your current situation for the next 6 months? It's like, bro, like she'd probably be dead by then, like let's say she has cancer or whatever. I'm like, I'm not gonna let this happen. I'm like, okay, I understand, but you have in the past. So what actually happens if you keep letting that happen? So what actually happens if you keep letting that happen and you continue where you are currently? And then he's like, let's say he has ego. I'm like, let me ask you something. Have you seen people getting out of a burning building? He's like, yeah, I have. Like, are they walking or running? He's like, they're running. Right, and that's because they understand the consequences of not taking action, of them not taking actions. Humans don't run as fast as they could unless they have a reason. So if you want to achieve, retiring your mom, quitting your job, moving out, really trying your girlfriend, getting your dog treatment, all that good stuff, you need something you're running from, right? So what's that burning building, and what's that, and what happens if you don't achieve that? And then he's like, bro, I'm gonna be stuck, all that stuff. He's like, so why would it suck? Are you willing to settle for that? Are you okay with that? And he's like, no, I'm not. But hey, why now? Like, you can just stay the same. Most people do. So why change now? He's like, bro, no, wait. Like, I'll do it. I'm like, all right, well, based on what you told me, bro, like, what we do would work. So I can quickly explain and walk you through how we would help you get to 10K month. On everything you just heard, on a scale of 1 to 10, like 1 being this guy's talking too much but I have no idea what he's yapping about, and 10 being this is the perfect, being I want to get started right away, right? And where are you on a scale of 1 to 10? Do you feel like where you're at right now? What do you feel like you're at right now? He's like, over 7, like, wow, man, that sounds great. So what specifically makes you say that? And then he's like, bro, because of this. Or let's say he's under a 7. I was like, okay, totally understand. Like, what aspects do you feel like you would need to get to that, to get up to a 10? Um, to get to 10. To get to a 10. And then he's like, okay, so what aspects do you feel like you would need to get that up to a 10? It's like, every like, the accountability, like I just feel like I don't believe myself, the money, like the money we can work with. Okay, yeah, so with that being said, where are you right now on a scale 1 to 10, bro? Because usually they don't give a number after I ask that, right? I'm like, okay, what if they say under 7, right? In the beginning of the pitch, I'm like, when I say the pitch, on everything you just heard, on a scale 1 to 10, 1 being this guy's talking so much, right? No idea what he's yapping about, or 10 being like, this is a perfect fit for me, and I want to get started right away. On a scale 1 to 10, bro, like, what do you feel like is where you're at right now? And then he's like, under 7. You would say, okay, totally understand. Like, what aspects do you feel like you would need to get that to up to a 10? And then he's like, oh, because this, blah, 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 money, all that, I just doubt, like, I'm scared, like, just honestly, I'm like, okay, yeah, with that being said, bro, like, where are you right now from a scale 1 to 10? And then he's like, a 10. Or, like, let's say under a 10. Oh, you're just re-looping. Damn, you're just re-saying it. What the fuck? I didn't even know that. Okay, so let's say they're at 10 now, right? But let's say they're over 7 in the beginning to pitch, right? Or wow, sounds great, man. Like, what specifically makes you say that? And he's like, everything, you showed me, like, I like it, whatever, I love it. I'm like, yeah, man. So I mean, that's typically what we hear people need the most help with, and that's where we're good at, So, do you have any other further questions about the program itself? All right, cool. Well, I don't really have anything to go over with you. So the investment required for you to get started is 10K a month. And to be able to So the investment required for you to get to 10K a month and be able to, retire your mom, get you that, cancer treatment she needs, and retire your girlfriend and move out, like give your dog treatment, whatever, right? And it's just $5,000 for lifetime access. And then you shut the fuck up, right? You just, whoever speaks first loses. So when you pitch the price, do not, oh my gosh, do not speak first, bro. Just you don't know who the person on the other side is, right? You really don't. Like, even up to this point, you still don't, bro. Let's be honest, right? They could have a huge savings. It could seem like a lot to them, even if they don't have a lot of money. It could seem like a lot. I mean, it could seem like a little bit. Um. So yeah, so you'd be like, oh yeah, it's just 10,000. It's just 25,000 for lifetime access, and you just wait, right? And they're like, okay. And I'm like, okay, yeah. So the next step from here is really just get you inside the program, give you access to everything, and get you started ASAP. Also go ahead and shoot blank, right, a creator, right, your number, and get you guys connected right away. How do you want to proceed from here? And he's closed, right? Like, all right, so I'm going to ahead and send you the link. You can use a payment method. You can use payment method. As soon as that goes through, I'll go ahead and get you set up with the onboarding and get you connected with blank right away. And that's closed. Or if they give you objection uncertainty, right? He's like, yeah, no worries, bro. Totally understandable. Like, money aside, like, would you do it and get started? He's like, yeah, bro, everything's good. I'm like, okay. Now, why would you do it, though? And then he's talking about some, like, oh, this, blah, 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 blah. He's repeating everything from the past, right? We did talk about. He's like, and what would I do for you personally besides, just the coaching, and and what I do for you personally besides the coaching, the calls, the training, the blank. He's like, do everything for me, bro. Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, okay, so is it more uncertainty around investment or that we just don't actually have the upfront amount? And then I don't know, uncertain. How do you not know, bro? But apparently this is an option. Okay, so I get that, man. It's not an easy decision. And so what is it exactly you're unsure about? Like, just trying to help out here, man. His fear, not sure. He's just scared. So let's say he's just, scared about it. Right? So you go to fear reframes. Oh, wow. There's a lot. If it's just fear reframes, like bridge frame, cross bridge analogy, plane frame analogy, island frame, burned, scammed, not committed, timed 724 hours. I think I could do it on my own. I understand, but cut them off. They haven't done anything, right? They just watch free YouTube videos, bro. Trust me, they haven't done shit. Money, problem versus symptom of problem. Yeah. I'm gonna take a break. I need some water, guys. But yeah, this has been a fire video so far, guys. Bro, this is not only for my documentary, but I actually need to learn to close, bro. Because, oh my gosh. Mom's credit thingy, I'm just gonna be open, bro. I don't give a fuck anymore. But mom's credit thingy is like maxed out. My dad hasn't paid for it. And then my sisters didn't even ask for a quince. My dad took away money from them and is talking about something like, oh yeah, that's for the quince, like we did so much for you in the quince. And then they're like, we didn't even ask for it. You still owe us that money. Like, what the fuck? And he's always talking about something like, oh, like, I'll give it back and all that stuff. And then he has the papers to my mom's car. Like, what the fuck? It's just a whole thing, bro. Right, I don't know if, I don't know. From what I'm hearing, my dad's a liar, right? And from my past relationships, I can kind of connect to that. Like, damn, bro, like, I don't want to be like that, bro. I know I could do way better. And then this dude's trying to take advantage of thinking I'm dumb or some shit. He's like, yeah, you, me, and your brother could connect credit cards, and like fucking buy a house, like do payments on it. I go, what? Since when did we agree on this? You're still paying a monthly payment anyways. Like, why not just rent at that point? What the fuck? And it's like one of those things like, you think I'm stupid or some shit, bro? You're not using my credit fucking limit, bro. I've seen the experience you've had, bro. You have bad credit history. Like, even though it's not on track record, you have horrible fucking credit history, bro. Like, that ass, you actually do. But nah, like with my mom and shit, like, oh my gosh, bro. I love my mom, right? But like, what my dad did to her is fucked. But oh my gosh, this situation. You gotta play with the cards you dealt with, bro. That's all it is. I'm not complaining. Well, just kind of venting to myself, I guess, since no one's watching this shit. But this kind of documentary, going sell stuff, deeper dive into it. But West was Ben. Oh, look at little baby. Little baby. He's just a baby, bro. But yeah, no. And then my brother, he's 21. And he should have grinded the past 3 years. But no, he's playing video games and shit. He goes to work with my dad every now and then. He's doing the bare minimum, right? Even if he thinks he's working, that's the bare minimum, bro. He's doing the bare minimum. He could be grinding. He's being lazy, bro. Like, in the head, he's being fucking lazy, bro. And it's just like, I'm 18, bro. Like, I don't turn 19 until December. Right now it's like August. Let me ask ChatGPT. I don't know my months, bro. I dropped out of high school at senior year, half semester. Even though I'm supposed to know, but I don't fucking care. That's not an excuse, but yeah. So how long away is December 10? How many days away is September 10? December 10.
Start underscore date equals date 2025 9 10. End underscore date equals date 2025 12.
How far away is December 10 from now?
Today equals date 2025 8 7. Target underscore date equals date 2025 12 10. Delta equals target underscore date today. Print F The number of days between now and December 10th, 2025 is Delta days, days. December 10th is 100.
So 125 days away, bro. I don't know why I was yapping all that shit. I didn't even write it out. But anyways, so now I feel like it's my responsibility, right? I'm already a setter, and then going straight to closing, bro. I skip the fucking setter phase. Like, what the fuck? Even though I've been a setter for a fat minute, I think I'm ready for closing. Fuck that shit, right? So become a closer, right? And then fucking make at least 10K months, bro. And then pay like 2K or some shit rent. My mom pays like some of it, right? Like maybe 2,500 rent. And then yeah. And then what? Like my brother has the room to himself, and like I'm gonna try to find a. I already found a 3-bedroom place, right? But like the thing is, like, why is there another man in the house that isn't fucking providing shit, bro? Like what the fuck? I don't mean to talk down on him, but like I'm actually fucking disappointed, bro. Like if you're watching the video, I'm fucking disappointed, bro. Like actually, like, why didn't you set the fucking standards, bro? Like fuck, like this shit fucking pisses me off, bro. And this dude acts like a little fucking boy, bro. Oh my god, he thinks he could just fucking chill and play video games, bro. That shit's so fucking annoying, bro. I know, nigga, hit the fucking gym, grind, nigga. Like, fuck. But yeah, no, I gotta get into closing shit, bro. And I know I'm not the best human being. You can tell I'm not an asshole, bro. I'm just like, I'm not perfect, bro. You know? Fuck. I got so much shit to do, bro. I wonder what everyone thinks of me, like, in the future and shit. Like, obviously, like, I used to tell my brother, like, oh, why don't you do this, blah, blah. Like, now, I don't even tell him shit, bro. Like, if he wants to play video games and jerk off and whatever, then he can do that, you know? And just, like, stay lazy on his phone. Whatever. But I'm gonna grind this shit out, right? Practice closing, and then get closing by the end of today, bro, right? I'm gonna get really good at it, because fuck this shit, bro. And yeah, bro, because I gotta fucking do it, bro. Like, honestly, I really gotta do it. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, it's kind of my situation right now, bro. My little predicament. So right now the goal is hit 10K or at least bare minimum 5K months, right? First, that's the first month. At least 5 bare minimum fucking K, bro. Right? And then after that, I wanna buy a new place, right? Me and my mom were discussing about it, rent a new place out. One that's 3-bedroom, right? If I could have my own place, and then my brother would probably have his own room, even though like he doesn't. Like, it should be my mom having her own room, but like, and then like what? Like my sisters are sharing a room with my brother. Like that's fucking weird. And like at that point, you might as well share a room with me. But like then again, like I'm the one paying for shit, bro. Like why do I have to share a room? And why does my mom have to share a room? You know, like the two people who are paying the rent and shit, right? The bills, like should be the ones having their own room. But then there's my brother. Like, what, like I don't know, nigga. It's fucking dumb. But yeah. I mean, that's kind of the predicament I'm in. I'm like debating like what to do. Cause I thought, you know, like a few months back, like, oh, I was gonna be a driven, you know, office. Like plans change so quick, bro. You don't realize, like, my plans have changed so many times. And I wanted to live like, you know, near Fox Hills, you know, have my own little crib, 2 to 3K a month. You know, go to the mall every once in a while, go to movies, have a good time, you know, just live alone, chill, whatever, right? Make 10K months, whatever. Even 20, bro. Even 30, 40K. I don't care. But this shit just had to come up, bro. Like, I fucking hate it, bro. And then even the frequency, bro. Like, why does this fucking have to be laid on me, bro? Fuck. Like, I don't know. It just pisses me off, bro. But like, I love my mom. I love my sisters. My gosh, bro. But yeah, I'm thinking the plan is right. Me and my mom are gonna rent out a place, 3K, 3-bedroom, all that good stuff. Obviously, the bills on top of that, right? Nice, cool place. But after that, I want to teach my sisters how to, you know, sell at least one of them. If I can teach at least one of them, right? Well, at least one of them how to, do high ticket sales. They'll obviously start off as a setter, and then what they're gonna scale to closer, or maybe they'll be a setter forever. If they're just a setter for the rest of their life, bro, that's 5K easy a month, or even more, like 10K. What if they get on a really good offer? Like they cannot like just be normies when I have this knowledge, bro. Right. But yeah, so pretty much it's a lot of blue. But yeah, pretty much teach one of them how to set, close, whatever. And then once the other one sees it, they'll probably do it. And then my brother, like, maybe he wants to do it, maybe he doesn't. But if I can at least teach one of my siblings to do it, right? They'll be good off, taking care of my mom and shit. Right? And then like, yeah, I mean, I don't know, bro. And then maybe we'll move to a better house, like maybe like 5K a month, right? Or is that too much? I feel like that's too much. But like, what if we're all setting and closing 5K, four bedrooms, 5 bedrooms maybe, or is that too much? I don't know. But yeah, that's kind of the plan right now. I'm thinking, bro. Because we're not seeing this fucking place, bro. It's small as fuck. This house is small as fuck, bro. But yeah, I'm gonna figure something out, and yeah, bro. I mean, I'm literally just 18 years old, bro. Like, what the fuck? I should not be thinking about this shit, bro. A lot of people go through more stress. So if you want to be in business, you gotta deal with stress, bro. You gotta know how to handle stress, so. Yeah, so I think that's the video for today, bro. I'm gonna create more parts of this just because I want to keep myself accountable and might as well record it, right? So yeah, let's just fucking do this shit. So fucking annoying. So yeah, let's just do this, and I'm gonna start recording and upload this, and then I'm gonna record some more. But yeah, it's content.